make it 7 o'clock. Welcome to the Swale Rainbow Home Shareholder Subcommittee meeting. I've got a 2-page list to read out before we start. Anyone in physical attendance who've got a mobile device, electronic device, feel free to switch it off. Any remote participants, keep your camera and mic off unless you want to speak. Ideally, don't use the camera facility as this can affect the quality of the IT connection. The meeting may be recorded and data collected during the recording of the meeting will be retained in accordance with the Council's data retention policy. The recording of the meeting may be added to the Council's website. Members accessing the meeting remotely should use their SBC or KCC laptop to participate virtually. If you join using the link on the website or on a mobile and tablet device, it's not always possible to identify you, and you may not be recorded as in remote attendance. Please ask members to speak loudly and clearly into their microphones and to switch their microphone off after speaking. Otherwise, remote participants may be unable to hear the next speaker. Welcome to those in the chamber. Visiting members attending remotely. I can see people, but I need to change glasses. I see Dolly and Anne, and anyway, yeah, welcome. Director of Regeneration and Neighbourhoods, Emma Wiggins, is there remotely. Charlotte Hudson, Head of Housing and Community Services, is here. Democratic Services, Philippa Davis, is here. We're not expecting any fire drills, so if the alarm sounds, follow me. Don't use the lift. Does anyone here require any assistance? No? Good. Right, updated membership of the subcommittee. There's been a lack of communication or a breakdown of communication. All people on all the appointments to this committee at the Housing and Health Committee were self-nominations, but apparently it should have been politically balanced. So, not with my agreement or anything else, Councillor Anne Kavanagh was removed from the subcommittee, and Councillor Peter MacDonald was put on in her place. So, welcome, Peter. Presumably, you were appointed by your leader.
Yeah, I got an email to say that I think from the staff actually, I'd actually been invited to attend.
Okay. And were you told that in order to attend these meetings you had to be trained?
No, but I get exemption because I have the Master of Business Administration and I also have a Master of Science degree, and I was a full member of the National House Building Council, so...
No, there are no exemptions. It's the same with Planning Committee. In order to sit on the Planning Committee, you have to have done the planning training. In order to sit on this shareholder subcommittee meeting, it's quite clear in the Constitution, you have to have done the training.
Well, it's not the advice from the legal section.
Well, that...
I used to work for a law firm, don't forget.
That's neither here nor there. No, the rule is the Constitution says you have to be trained. I'm prepared to allow people to sit as observers. What it will mean is you can't vote.
Yeah, I've got the odd comment because of my professional experience.
As long as it's relevant to the paper. Well, I don't want you to try and influence me. But as soon as, I don't know how many times these shareholder panels are going to be, shareholder subcommittee meetings are going to be meeting in the future. So once the new year starts, I would ask that we get some more training put on as a reminder for those who've had it, but as a, for new people. Because what we also said was it's also for everybody else on the committee, so that if you can't go, they could sub for you because they've been trained. So we'll do that in the new civic year. Thank you. Any apologies for absence and confirmation of subs? Currently apologies from Councillor Alistair Gould. No one else? No. Are there any declarations of interest? No.
We declare dual roles.
I've got sitting next to me Charlotte Hudson, who, as well as being Head of Housing and Community Services, is...
Yeah, and speaking on behalf of Councillor Ben Martin and Emma Wiggins, who's also online, we are all appointed as directors to Swale Rainbow Homes Company. So we do have obviously dual responsibilities, predominantly here today as directors of the company, to feed back to the shareholder subcommittee and ask questions in that response. But obviously, if there is something in our day jobs, we can switch hats and give advice that way. But just wanted to be really clear about why we're here today and in what role we are here. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Right, item 4 is exclusion of press and public. Is it your wish that under Section 100A4 of the Local Government Act 1972, the press and public be excluded from the meeting for the following item of business on the grounds it involves the likely disclosure of exempt information as defined in Para 3 of Part 1 of Schedule 12A of the Act, Part 3 being information relating to the financial or business affairs of any particular person, including the authority holding that information? Agreed. Good. Then I'm going to wait till